And that hits him. Now it's going to load the bases now. By the way, the women's softball team dropped a 5-4 decision in 9 innings up at St. Leo. They are just starting the second game of the afternoon. So the softball team now 0-2 in conference play, 4-4 overall on the year. Delgado now at the plate for St. Leo. They lead 2-0, have the bases loaded with 2 outs. Carrillo is at third, Rivera Martinez second, and Jackson at first. Delgado watches that one. Here to go in with a nice block. Out of the stretch, here's the pitch. Fouled off. 2 balls, 1 strike. Back in the stretch, 2-1 pitch coming. Low inside, 3-1. Nowhere to put him. He's got to throw strikes. The 3-1. Walked him. Walks in a run. 3-0 St. Leo here in the first. So the Spartans will have their work cut out for them this game. And brings Nedved to the plate. First pitch, call strike. Gary Glover back behind the plate. He was there yesterday, was out in the field for the first game today. Fouled off 0-2, so Glanton ahead of the count. Oh-2 pitch coming up. Just missing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Glanton sets, 1-2 on the way. Missing high inside, 2-2. Sunbathe Park right now. Shade over home plate though. Most of the field in sun. There's one looped into right field. That's going to bring in at least 1. They're sending 2 in to the plate. Sliding safely, and St. Leo is up 5-0 on Tampa on a base hit by Nedved. And they have batted around in the first inning. DeBrouwer back to the plate, where he started the inning with an out. And a little mound visit from the catcher. You're going for a talk. Glanton has not been roughed up at all this year. And here comes Joe Urso. He said, we got to limit the bleeding. We're going to make a pitching change. Just hold that. And that'll be it for Glanton. We'll see who the Spartans bring in. We're going to take or something? Can you tell what? Sammy Beer coming in to pitch for Tampa. He is a sophomore from Coral Springs, Florida. Went to Florida Atlantic University. Comes in with a 0.00 ERA. This is the fourth appearance of the year, all in relief. Technically only has a third of an inning. Given up 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 11 strikeouts. I take that back. It's 8.1 innings. My eyesight's getting worse all the time. 8.1 innings. I thought 0.1 was not enough. 8.1 innings, 11 strikeouts, no walks, and an ERA of 0. He inherits a tough situation, 2 on, 2 out, 5 already in for St. Leo. Beer in the stretch. Missing outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 on, 2 out. Beer looks back, fires. Off speed, out into right field, coming in his books toward the line, makes the catch. Inning is over, but St. Leo does some damage. 5 runs, just 3 hits. They leave 2. We head to the bottom of the first, and it's St. Leo 5, Tampa nothing. We'll be back. Matt Delf on the mound for St. Leo. He comes out for his first inning, already holding on to a 5-0 lead. He brings in an ERA of 6, no decisions this year. This is his 4th appearance, his 3rd start. He's going to face Jesse Ponce to lead it off. Delph has 9 innings pitched this year, given up 12 hits, 6 runs, all earned. Walked 2, struck out 10. Ponce to the plate. Force and he gets drop third strike. They throw him out. 1 up, 1 down. Well, the first batter from St. Leo made an out, and then they started hitting the ball. Braden Woodburn to the plate. First pitch is a ball. No, it's called strike. Fouled off. Woodburn hitting .500 on the year. One of the top averages in the league. Swing and a miss. Behind 0-2. 1-2. Umpire corrects the scoreboard. Low in the dirt. 2-2. And the pitch. Low in the dirt. If you look at the way the sun is shining, shortstop, third base, center field, left field are all having to shade their eyes at some point. Woodburn goes foul down the right field line. Even the pitcher now, when he gets a ball thrown back at him, may have the sun in his eyes. It will get worse as the season goes because the sun is heading north. Woodburn, a long look, but on the 3-2 pitch, he gets a walk. As the sun heads north, it'll be behind the press box instead of off to the side, and it will wreak havoc all over the place for a game time like this. Jordan Evans now to the plate. Check swing, called strike. Evans, the center fielder. Evans, a senior transfer from Mississippi College. Check swing there. Spartans average 11 runs a game, so 5-run deficit might be nothing if they play a typical game. Ground ball out to short. Crivello, 1. Relay, high in the air, pulled him off the bag, he's safe. Nedved couldn't get it over there in time and threw it high. Brings Joander Irigoyen to the plate, the catcher. 2 outs now, man on first. Check swing. As I mentioned, the Spartans average 11 runs a game, but this weekend they scored 12 last night, 20 in the afternoon game here. Tap foul. Ground ball. Fielded by Jansen. Long throw over in time. Inning is over. Spartans leave 1. Nobody scores. We played 1. It is St. Leo 5. Top of the second, St. Leo 5, Tampa nothing. Camden Jansen at the plate. He started the scoring when he hit a home run as the second batter of the game. Put one over the left field wall. Part of a 5-run first for St. Leo. Swing and a miss there. St. Leo 5 runs, only 3 hits. They left 2 in that inning. Ground ball heading up the middle, gets through, and another base hit for Jansen. So he's a double and a triple short of the cycle. Brings Crivello to the plate. He walked his first time up and scored. Puts a bunt down. It's going to be close. He's fast. The throw. He beat it out. I don't know. I don't think he was playing for the sacrifice. I think he was looking for a hit. And he quickly put a perfectly placed bunt, and he's fast down the line. Beat out the throw. Runners now first and second, nobody out. So Josh Keim looking to add to his St. Leo lead, the head coach of the Lions. Mass at the plate. He's looking to bunt. I think he was looking to move him over. Shows bunt again. Ball is high. 1-1. Shows bunt again, gets out of the way, and it's 2-1. That was actually pretty close to being a strike, but Mass kind of crowds the plate. 2-1. Backs away from that one. 3-1. Beer fires, popped up. That's foul. 3-2 count coming up. Beer sets and fires. Inside, ball 4, loaded the bases. So Jansen singles, Crivelli singles, and Mass walks, and the bases are full for Carrillo. And nobody out. Ball outside. St. Leo trying to turn the tide here in Game 3 of this weekend series. That one just, nope, there it is, a called strike. Fouled off, ahead 0-2. One, two on the way. Just missing. Spartans walked in a run in the first. Do not want to do it here in the second. 2-2 pitch. High ball 3. The payoff pitch. Ground ball. Ponce gets one. Relay in time. Got the double play, but a run scores, and now it's 6-0 St. Leo, but 2 down. Ponce to Woodburn to Vanacek. 6-4-3, 2 outs. Popped up. Heading out towards center field. Evans shading his eyes. Waits. Catches. Inning over. St. Leo does pick up one more. On a couple of hits. So we'll head to the bottom of the second inning. 6-0 St. Leo on top. Bottom of the second we go. Spartans have their work cut out for them, trailing 6-0. As St. Leo with a 5 spot in the first, one more in the second. Leading off is Brooks, Jake Brooks. Brooks, I should say. Junior from Royersford, Pennsylvania. Ground ball fielded by the first baseman. Rivera Martinez steps on the base. 1 out, 1 batter into it. Walker Vanacek now to the plate, first baseman for Tampa. First pitch outside and low, ball 1. Delph fires that one, ball 2. Ball 3. Spartans looking for base runners. And walked them in 4 pitches. So Spartans do get a base runner. And that'll bring Turr to the plate. Jake Turr starting today. Came in reserve roles in the first 2 games of the series. He is the DH for today's game. He'll be followed by Soto and Fiker. 0-1 pitch. Make it 0-2. To Tur. Swings low at that one, misses. Strike 3 is the call. So 2 outs now, man on first. Soto coming to the plate. Strike call on the first pitch. Fouled off. Down 0-2 now. On the way. Check swing just outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he golfs that one out toward third. Fielded by Jansen. Long throw across. They got him to end the inning. Close play at first. But a rifle shot from Jansen got him. And we played 2. And after 2, it's 6-0. St. Leo leads Tampa. We're in the third inning, and Noah Jackson to the plate for St. Leo. Beer's first pitch. Strike call. That one's hit out into right field. Does it stay fair? It's foul by about 10 feet. Oh-2 pitch. High outside. 1-2. Beer rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. He got him fishing for one outside. Gets the strike out, so 2 down now. Actually, that's just the first out. Brings up Delgado to the plate. Off-speed pitch stays high, ball one. Off speed, swing and a miss. Ahead of the count now. Just missing outside. Check swing, called strike. 2-2. Two on the way. Popped up. Heading out towards center field. Evans coming in, calls it, catches it. 2 down. Brings up Nedved to the plate, the number 9 hitter. First pitch, call strike. Ball low. One ball, one strike. Beer fires. Tap foul. Nedved with a base hit drove in 2 runs his first time up. One, two. Taps one out to Woodburn at second. One hop. Toss over. Inning is over. A 1-2-3 for Tampa. And we will head to the bottom of the third. Tampa still down 6-0 right here on TampaSpartans.tv. Bottom of the third we go. Luke Fiker will lead off for Tampa, the number 9 hitter in the order. His first at-bat of this game. Tampa's left fielder this season. Strike, 1-1. Fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Fiker. Ponce on deck. Ball outside. 2-2. That is high. 3-2, full count. Leadoff hitter in the third inning for Tampa. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4, they get a leadoff walk. So that will get us to the top of the order, and Ponce comes to the plate. Ponce, a junior from Texas by way of northern Oklahoma. One of 21 new players on the team this year. Down the middle, 1-1. Check swing, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Throw over to first. Fiker back in time. A little bit low, 2-2. Spartans will need to climb back to get this win this afternoon. Trailing 6-0. Here's the 2-2. In the dirt, 3-2. Full count. Delph's in the stretch. Low in the dirt. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks. This has plagued St. Leo over the weekend. They had 13. Matter of fact, Josh Keim, I should say, coming out of the dugout. They had 13 walks yesterday in the 12-1 game. 9 walks earlier today, along with 4 hit batters. And now that's 4 walks, and we are in the bottom of the third. So runners now at first and second. Josh Keim realizing you can't give Tampa free base runners because they'll make you pay for it. Woodburn strides to the plate. Delph checks the runner. First pitch, swing and a miss, took a little off it. Woodburn swung through it. That one's outside, 1-1. One pitch. Woodburn looks at one, and it's 2-1. On the way. In the dirt, 3-1. Probably a take sign here. As all of a sudden, Delph not throwing strikes. Walked another one. That is a bases loaded on walks. 3 consecutive walks. So with no outs, 3 runners on, all via walk. And coming to the plate will be Jordan Evans. Evans from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, went to Mississippi College. First year with Tampa, a senior. Now he's in a prime position. First pitch, strike. Bases loaded, nobody out. Tampa down 6-0. So here's a perfect opportunity to slice into that lead. Umpire stops play. I think he's checking his text messages. Do you think he is?
Oh, yeah. The way these guys are on their phones nowadays. Sure.
Ground ball foul. 0-2. Probably just resetting his ball strike counter. I maybe assumed too much.
Yeah, you can give him
0-2. Base hit. That's going to bring in 2. I think Joe's sending them both in. Here comes the throw to the plate. Cut off. Runner back at second. Tampa gets 2, and they have 2 on. Solid base hit from Evans. Scores the runners from third and second. Now runners on first and second. And Irigoyen comes to the plate. 2 on, no out. 6-2 is the score. Irigoyen, fly ball right field, but foul. Pitcher heading down to the St. Leo bullpen. Irigoyen at the plate, books on deck. Here's the pitch. It's a little bit high. 1-1. Went fishing for that one. 1-2. Women's softball, bottom of the third. St. Leo leading Tampa 1-0. St. Leo won the first game 5-4 in 10 innings. Irigoyen fouls that one off. Women's basketball, 65-62, Florida Southern leads Tampa, 7 seconds to go. Tampa was down 8. They've cut it to 3. It's in a timeout right now. And the pitch. Ball outside, 2-2. Way outside, 3-2. Runners at first and second. The pitch. Popped up. Right field. Coming in is Carrillo. Has room. Makes the catch. Runner at second tags. Heads over to third. So Woodburn standing up goes to third. Runners now on the corners with 1 out. Jake Books to the plate. He grounded to third base his first time up. Chance to cut the lead with a base hit here. First pitch, call strike. Oh, 1 pitch. Fouled off, 0-2 now. Delph looks in. 0-2. Down the line, fair ball. That'll bring one in. That's going to make it 6-3. Rolls all the way into the corner. Brooks is going to head to second, and Joe is going to hold up Evans at third. RBI double for Brooks. And the Spartans have halved the lead. It's now 6-3. And in reality, the tying run is coming to the plate in Vanacek. Vanacek walked his first time up. Looks at a ball in the dirt here. No, now they say, did they say he went around? Ball was in the dirt, but I guess they said he offered. Strike one then to Vanacek. Ball up the middle. That'll bring in at least one. Joe's going to send them both in. It's going to be a 6-5 game. And Vanacek with the 2 RBI single has cut it to a 6-5 game. Well, we said no lead was safe. If you look at Tampa scoring 11 runs a game, you figure you got to score 12 to win. Now the tying run is on first base, and Turr is at the plate. Swing and a miss by Jake. Spartans have roughed up Delph, but he set the table by walking the first 3 batters. Tampa will make you pay for that. Turr out into right field. That may get down. It does. Heading to third is Vanacek, and Joe's going to hold him up. Turr goes into second, and the tying run at third. The lead run is now at second, and Josh Keim is coming out and calling for a new pitcher. He's seen the lead evaporate with a 5 spot here for Tampa in the third. New pitcher coming in. We'll take a break and catch you up right after this. $15. Kian. Kean Phillips coming in to pitch for St. Louis. He is a junior from Arvada, Colorado. He inherits runners at second and third, one out, and already 5 runs in for Tampa. Phillips comes in with a 1.93 ERA, 1-0 on the year. This is appearance number 4. He started 2 games, pitched 14 innings, 13 hits, 7 runs, 3 of them earned, 6 walks, 11 strikeouts. And that is inside, 1-1.
Can you make sure he moved it anywhere? Make sure it's on any floor. It's perfect.
And the pitch outside. One pitch on the way. Looked good. Called strike. 1-2.
Hey, 2-2.
In the dirt, good block by Jackson. Jackson played third base. That's going to load the bases on another walk, but Jackson played third base the first 2 games of the weekend. Late in the game, the earlier game this afternoon, he moved from third to catcher and now behind the plate again. Bases loaded now, 1 out, and Luke Fiker, the number 9 hitter, to the plate. And the first pitch is a ball. Fiker walked last time and scored. Down the middle but low. 2-0. Spartans with a chance to tie and or take the lead. The pitch. That one's down the middle. Call strike. Two balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. I think that just missed. 3-1. Nowhere to put the runners, so Phillips needs to throw a strike or it's a tie game. Three-one on the way. Swing and a miss. 3-2. Phillips looks, and the 3-2 on the way. Outside, ball 4. We are tied at 6. That's at least 6 times this weekend the Spartans have scored a run on a bases-loaded walk. So they have battled back and erased a 6-0 deficit after 2 innings. Not at all up here in the third. Ponce to the plate. Call strike. The first 2 games of the weekend, the Spartans did not score any runs in the first and second innings. Matter of fact, the first game last night, they did not score until the 4th.
Yeah, you're right.
But they put a 5 spot up in the 4th last night. They put a 5 spot up in the first game today, and they put 6 spot up, 3rd inning of this game. Ponce looks at that one. Now 2-1. The pitch. Ponce looks at one inside. 3-1. I'll say it again. There's nowhere to put him. And Phillips needs to throw a strike. This is for the lead now. 3-1 pitch. Ponce fouls it off, 3-2. Bases loaded. The pitch. Catches the inside corner, strike 3. I wasn't sure if Ponce was ready to walk to first, but he walks back to the dugout. 2 outs now. Bases still loaded. Braden Woodburn strides to the plate. Woodburn batting for the second time this inning. Ground ball. That's going to be tough. Fielded at short. The throw. He beat it out. Spartans take the lead. Crivello just was not going to get there in time because it took a high hop. And by the time it came down, Woodburn had crossed the plate. 7-6 Tampa with 7 runs in the third. And Jordan Evans now, bases still loaded, 2 outs. Ball outside. That one's going to be in there for extras. Does it get down? No. Good running catch by Carrillo to end the inning. Almost got down, but he had a good run on it. Spartans, though, put 7 on the board. 5 hits, couple errors, couple bases loaded walks, through 3. 7-6 Tampa on top of St. Leo. Okay. We move into the 4th inning of a brand new baseball game. In the 3rd, it was 6-0 St. Leo. We head to the 4th, and it's 7-6 Tampa. DeBrouwer, the leadoff hitter, leading off for St. Leo. Sammy Beer on the mound for Tampa. Ball outside, 1-1. That one's hit down the line, right field, foul by 10 feet. 1 ball, 2 strikes to DeBrouwer. Beer fires outside, 2-2.
Chill. She's gotta get her priorities straight up. She was not agreed to 4-7.
Ground ball. Fiker, I should say, cuts it off before it got to short, throws him out, 1 up, 1 down. Women's basketball team did lose at Florida Southern, 65-62, the final in that one. And St. Leo now leading in softball 5-1. Foul ball, leading off, or batting now is Jansen, who homered. Second batter up in this game. Gave St. Leo a 1-0 early lead. Swing and a miss. Quickly ahead, 0-2. Ball outside. One ball, 2 strikes. Beer in the stretch. Ground ball heading out to short. Cut off by Fiker. Quick throw. Safe. That ball took a while to get out of the infield. And by the time Fiker cut it off, Jansen beat it out. He had the best play. If he waits for it to go to Ponce, they weren't going to get him. Brings Crivello to the plate. Crivello with a walk and a base hit today. Scored on the walk, got to third on the base hit. And is 1-0 on the count here. Ground ball. Ponce gets one. Relay. Double play. Gets you out of the inning quickly. The old 4-6-3, and we've now played 3.5. Tampa holding on to a 7-6 lead. We'll be right back on Tampa Spartans. Bottom of the fourth, 7-6 Tampa leads. Joander Irigoyen will lead off for Tampa. Grounded out and flied out. First pitch from Phillips. Strike one. most of the ballpark now in shadows, so shortstop shading his eyes. Ground ball, base hit down the line. That may go for extras. Irigoyen around first. They just get the ball down in the corner, and he's going to trot into second. Stand-up double for Irigoyen, and the Spartans got something going here in the fourth. Brings Jake Books to the lineup. Pitch to the lefty is outside, ball one. Fouls that one off. One pitch. Looks at it, calls strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball outside, 2-2. Not a cloud in the sky today. As we head into the later part of the sunlight. Brooks hits one deep to center, giving chase is to Browser, and it is gone for a home run by Jake Brooks, almost straightaway center field. The Spartans take a 9-6 lead. For Brooks, his second home run of the day. He hit one in the first game, has 3 now on the season, and Tampa has erased the lead and now adding to theirs, 9-6 the score. So they've roughed up Phillips here with a double and now a home run, and Vanacek to the plate. He has walked and singled, drove in 2 runs. Got things going back in the third, just an inning ago. Ball high, 2-0. The pitch, pop foul. And the pitch. Ground ball heading out towards second. Nedved with the throw and the out. Jake Turr now to the plate. Turr watches a ball. And that one's called strike, 1-1. Ball outside. Two-one pitch on the way. Fouled off, 2-2. Fielder waits. Phillips fires. Fouled off again. And the 2-2, ball 3 outside, full count. Three-two, outside, ball 4. Turr gets the walk. So another base runner for Tampa. That is the 8th walk given up by St. Leo in this game. They had 13 in the first game yesterday, 9 in the first game today. Check swing by Soto. Now 2-0. That one's up the middle. Does it fall? Yes, base hit. Played on one hop by DeBrouwer. Spartans now with runners at first and second with one out. Luke Fiker now to the plate. Another runner in scoring position with just one out. Fiker hoping to swing the bat this time. Walked in the third. Came up again in the third and walked. Got an RBI because it was a bases loaded walk. Swing and a miss there. Big swing, big miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outside, 2-2. Phillips sets. And that's going to be a base hit. Joe's going to hold him up at third. Bases will be full for the top of the order, Ponce. Nice bit of hitting by Luke Fiker. Ponce with a strikeout, a walk, and a strikeout, so he's looking to see if he can get one through the middle. Check swing, ball low. And there he whips one for a base hit. That'll bring up 1. They're going to keep the bases loaded as Joe holds Soto at third. It is now 10-6 Tampa. Brings Braden Woodburn to the plate. He's walked, he singled and drove in a run. Off speed, swing and a miss. That ball gets away. It's going to bring a runner home. Soto scores. And it's 11-6. So 7 runs in the third, now 4 in the fourth. Didn't I say it was going to take 11 to beat Tampa? Now it's going to take 12. Fouled off. Runners at second and third, 1 out. Off speed. Swing and a miss. Woodburn goes down. 2 out now. That'll bring Jordan Evans to the plate. Ball inside. Popped up. In play. Second base calling for it. Nedved makes the play to end the inning. Spartans get a couple more. They add 5 in the fourth and take in actually 4 in the inning. And now have an 11-6 lead. We've played 4 full. Tampa 11, St. Leo 6. We'll be right back. Top of the fifth we go. Tampa now an 11-6 lead. First pitch is a ball. Popped up. Left field, drifting back. Soto makes the catch. Shy of the warning track. Mass fouling out or flying out there. Brings Carrillo to the plate. Swing and a miss off speed. Carrillo has walked and then hit into a double play in the second. Off-speed pitch. Beer firing away. Beer with 2 Ks and a walk at this point in 3 2/3 innings. In relief of John Luke Glanton. He got it roughed up a little bit. Got pulled in the first. That ball high. Swing and a miss. Got the strikeout. Got him after one on outside the zone. 2 outs now. Rivera Martinez now to the plate. First baseman. Ball catches the inside corner. Ground ball right back to Beer. Runs it toward first, underhands it to Vanacek. Inning is over. 1-2-3. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth. Tampa on top, 11-6. We'll be right back. Irigoyen will lead off for Tampa here in the bottom of the fifth. Tampa got in a hole, trailed 5-0 after the first, 6-0 after the second. Then scored 7, maybe more right here. Nope, hit out into left field. Mass catches it in stride, 1 up, 1 down. But after trailing 6-0 after 2, they put up 7 in the bottom of the third and 4 more in the bottom of the fourth, and now lead 11-6. Books to the plate. And then hits that one into center field. Coming in, though, is DeBrouwer. Dives at the last second and makes the catch. That one kept dying on him. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Walker Vanacek now to the plate. Looks at a curveball called strike. Phillips fires. Foul back. Oh, 2 now to Vanacek, who has walked, singled, grounded out. His single drove in a couple and eventually scored. Part of that 7-run third inning. Skips out of the way of that one. 1-2. Outside 2-2. Strike 3 call. Inning is over. We will head to the 6th. Tampa 11, St. Leo 6. Okay. Pitching change for the Spartans as we head to the 6th inning. Moving in from third base and going to pitch is Luke Fiker. Going from DH to third base is Jake Turr. Fiker, making his second appearance for the Spartans in relief, has pitched 1 inning, struck out 2. Out of the 3 batters he faced, has a 0.00 ERA. Has kind of a submarine style. It's not sidearm. I think he drops it down below that. Got some good zip on it. First batter he's facing is Jackson. Jackson, a little blooper towards short. Caught by Ponce for the out. 1 up, 1 down. Brings Delgado to the plate. Fouls that one off of Irigoyen's mask. Delgado with a walk. Drove in a run. That was a bases loaded walk. Then he struck out. Fouls that one off right down in front of the catcher. Just missing the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Looked pretty good. They said he didn't go around. I didn't think he did. It was whether it was a called strike or not. Neither happened. It's 2-2. Fouled off. 2-2 pitch. Inside, 3-2. Tipped into the mitt, strike 3. So Fiker battles back, gets a strikeout on his first batter. Actually, second batter, he got Jackson to pop up, just short. Ground ball gets through for the base hit. Nedved. And he's got 2 hits and 3 at-bats. We head to the top of the order. To Brower. Brower has hit the ball all 3 times he's been up, but he popped to second, flew out to right, and grounded out to third. Ball outside. Look good. Gets a strike. About 200 yards down the right field line. They've got a track meet going on, and a couple guys who sat in next to me. Landon Wise, Jackson Levine, running in those meets. I think Landon's probably run at least 1 race. He said he was running 3 today. Probably already run 1. Jackson's doing the 5K. Said he'll run about 8 o'clock tonight. First track meet of the season. Multi-team meet, mostly SSC teams. Ground ball, tap foul, and I'm sure you're hoping they don't ruin your field.
Throw up on it a lot.
So you need the sprinklers to work, huh? Inside, they say it must have hit a thread. He gets a free pass to first. I walked by there yesterday. I don't know if people can hear you or not, but we have a soccer player with us here. What's her name, by the way?
Dylan Connolly.
Dylan, okay. One hopper, Vanacek, lofts it over, inning over. The field looked really good. I mean, sometimes after a season it can get a little rough. It looked good from at 10 o'clock at night last night.
It's very good right now, for
okay.
Sure. They did a good job cleaning it up. And yeah, of course, I mean, with all the use we have, both the women's and men's team going in same season, back to back, it can get beat up, but they take care of it outside of that. So I'm grateful right now. It's really good to play on right now.
Yeah, I thought it looked like a turf field. It looked so good.
Yeah. Well, I know that they've been talking. We might end up with the turf field at some
point.
So that could happen in a few years.
Would you like that?
I prefer grass. It's better on your joints for sure.
Yeah.
So, but that's how it goes. So.
Okay.
All right, 3.
Okay. Bottom of the 6th, Jake Turr to the plate for Tampa. 11-6 Tampa leads. Turr, bouncer, out towards second. Nedved, 1 up, 1 down. Tampa now 11 runs and 10 hits. Tampa uniquely, at least to me it is, typically scores more runs than they get base hits because the opposition walks a lot, hits a lot, and makes errors. And they allow Tampa to score by giving them free base runners. Most of the time, you have more hits than runs. For instance, St. Leo, 6 runs, 7 hits. Though I think when they got their 6 runs, they did it on 5 hits. They've added a couple since. Soto at the plate now. Ground out, a walk, and a base hit. Ground ball to third. Jansen, couple steps, fires it across, 2 down. Luke Fiker now to the plate for Tampa, the number 9 hitter. Fiker doing some pretty good stuff for the number 9 hitters. Walked twice and singled. You can get your bottom of the order getting on base a lot. You're doing your job. Kind of screwing up the train of thought from the other team. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. Nighttime descending on Tampa. That's a ball low. Ground or fouled back. 2-2 now. Tapped toward first. Step on the base. Inning is over. Tampa goes 3 up, 3 down. We'll head to the 7th inning. Tampa on top, 11-6. We'll be right back. We move into the 7th inning, 11-6, Tampa on top. Crivello will lead off for St. Leo. He's walked and scored, got a base hit, then hit into a double play. Luke Fiker on the mound, his 2nd inning of relief for Tampa. Played third base all weekend long and now is getting a relief effort here. Crivello walking out of the batter's box. Umpire checking him out. I didn't see what happened. But he says, let's play. Oh, 1 fouled off. Little heads up to the on-deck batter. 0-2 pitch. On the wrist, grounded to Turr at third. Long throw for the out. Dylan Mass coming to the plate. Mass with a ground out, a walk, and a fly out. Pitch. Inside corner, strike 1. Outside, ball 1. Ball 2. Ground ball up the middle. Ranging is Ponce. Throw gets past. Runner will not advance. Bounced off the fence in front of the St. Leo dugout. Ponce actually ranged on the second base side, or first base side of second base to try to get that play. Just a long run. First pitch called strike to Carrillo. Swing and a miss there. That one gets away and will send Mass down to second base. And by the way, if you're keeping score at home, sun has set. It's set at 6:25 tonight, so it's nighttime. Fouled off. My wife and I won beverages when we went to a beach, and they said, write down what time sunset will hit. And we were right 2 nights in a row. I looked at my watch, or my phone, wrote it down. Now, it didn't mean they were going to look at their phone, but we won twice in a row.
That's fine. So you just use the weather app?
Pardon?
You just use the weather app and you got it right?
Just whatever that app is, yeah.
You win anything or what?
Champagne, I think.
Very nice.
Solid shot up the middle, falls in for a base hit. They're going to hold the runner up. Runners will be at the corners.
First base number 25 on line, Rivera Martinez.
Hey, pretty. Yes,
Rivera Martinez to the plate. The pitch outside. Swing and a miss. Big swing. Tipped back into Irigoyen's mitt. Ground ball heading out towards second. Woodburn to Ponce, to Vanacek. 4-6-3, inning over. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Stand up and stretch, everybody. We have reached the 7th inning stretch time with Tampa on top, 11-6. We'll be back. Jesse Ponce to lead off for Tampa, the leadoff hitter with his 5th plate appearance of the day. There's, though, a walk back in the 3rd unofficial at bat. Base hit in the 4th, drove in a run. Ground ball out to 2nd. Nedved throws him out, 1 up, 1 down. Braden Woodburn now to the plate. He's walked twice. Got a base hit. Struck out. There's his 2nd hit of the day. Solid single between short and 3rd. And the Spartans have a base runner. Brings Jordan Evans to the plate. He had a single and 2 RBI as part of that 7-run 3rd inning for Tampa. There goes Woodburn. Hit and run. Throw down to 2nd. He's in safely. Evans swung through the pitch. Woodburn, I think it's his 3rd stolen base of the weekend. He came in 7 of 8. And he's holding for 3rd. And they just let him take it. I think he might have seen something from Phillips and he knew he could run because he did not hesitate to go from 2nd to 3rd. They're now pulling the infield in. They don't want any more runs to cross. Fouls it off. So Woodburn quickly took the force out of consideration. One ball, 2 strikes. Close, but it doesn't count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. St. Leo wants to keep it at a 5-run difference because they've still got 2 more at-bats. Ground ball, foul by inches. Woodburn goes back to 3rd. Ground ball. That is a fair ball down the 3rd baseline. Woodburn will score. And the Spartans lead 12-6 heading into 2nd. No, he's going to stop at 2nd. Big round of the base. But he stays at 2nd. Evans with the stand-up double. 12-6 Tampa. Irigoyen now to the plate. Dancing off 2nd is Evans. Irigoyen watches one inside. Off speed, swing and a miss. Strike 1 pitch. A little bit low, 1-1. Check swing, call strike, 2-2. Ball high. 3-2. Three-two on the way. Ground ball. Bobbled by the third baseman. Runner safe. And the runners will be at first and second. Jansen tried to get it. It was one of those really short hops after a high hop. And he just couldn't get it to stay in the mitt. We'll bring Jake Books to the plate. Looks at a one a little bit low. Ground ball, first base, fielded by the first baseman. He goes to second for one. Relay, no one there to throw to. So they got the runner at second. But Evans moves to third, and Books will stay at first. Walker Vanacek now coming to the plate. Off speed strike. Off speed again, strike two. Phillips sets, 0-2, in the dirt. Runner heads to second, they fake the throw, and he's daring him to throw, but Books gets there anyway. With one out, you make that throw, the runner from third scores. So Books was trying to entice him to throw. One ball, two strikes. Outside, 2-2. Ball low in the dirt, 3-2. Three-two pitch coming up. Down the line, right field. That's going to fall in for extras. One hops to the wall. 2 runs will score. Vanacek scoots into second with a stand-up double, and the Spartans lead 14-6. And Josh Keim is looking like he's going to make another pitching change. He is. Tampa men's basketball is at Florida Southern with 7 minutes to go in the first half. The Spartans lead Florida Southern 29-22. That's a big game for Tampa. The women's team unfortunately lost 65-62, and the softball team dropped a doubleheader, losing the second game 9-1 to St. Leo this afternoon. We'll see who the new pitcher is. We'll take a break, and we'll be right Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Pitching for Tampa.
William Shepard coming in to pitch for St. Leo. This will be his third appearance of the season, all in the relief. Has 1 1/3 innings pitched. Given up 2 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. Struck out 2. Has a 13.5 ERA at this point. And Tampa sending a pinch hitter to the plate, Gunnett Carlson. He takes a called strike. Tampa runner on second, ball outside. Vanacek with a 2-run double. Big swing and a miss.
AJ will probably go to third base. Unless Spiker stays in and somebody else can do the third.
Time called by the umpire. Shepard looks back and comes home. Tap foul. And again, umpire calls timeout. Looks like he added a ball to the pitch count. I think that's what he said. It's now showing 2-2. And swing and a miss anyway, so that takes care of the inning. Tampa does pick up a couple more. 3 runs on 4 hits. They now lead 14-6. We go to the 8th inning. Tampa on top.
Alright, 3, 2, 1.
We move on to the 8th inning. Oscar Hernandez coming in to pitch for Tampa. Hernandez is a 6'4 junior. First pitch, though, is hit in the air. Ranging over. And one of the outfielders made the catch. I couldn't tell if that was left or center. Either Evans or Soto made the catch. So before I could tell you anything about Oscar Hernandez, he pitches. 6'4", 215-pounder from Orlando by way of State College of Florida. This is his 4th appearance of the year. Pitched 5 innings. Has no ERA. Nobody scored off him, giving up 1 hit. Walked 3, struck out 6. At the plate now is Delgado. Big swing and a miss. Ball outside. That one just missing outside. Now 3-1. And the pitch. That one is hit down the line. That's going to go in for a base hit, maybe 2. Delgado heading to second, fielded by Books, throws it in. They hold him to a double. Stand-up double, though, for Delgado. Hit number 10 for St. Leo. And to the plate comes Nedved. Swing and a miss. He was way ahead of that one and couldn't slow it down. Way ahead of that one. Off-speed pitch. 0-2. Oh-2 pitch, 1 out, 1 on. Inside, 1-2.
I still want to know if you found all those pictures in Texas. Did you open up all the drawers yet? We put a picture of every drawer.
Hernandez looks back. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Nedved goes down. Second out of the inning. And we go to the top of the order. DeBrouwer back to the plate. DeBrouwer, pop up, fly out, ground out, walk, and he's going to get a ground out here. Woodburn to Vanacek, 3 outs in the 8th, nothing across. We played 7.5. Tampa on top, 14-6. We'll be back for the bottom of the 8th right after this. Bottom of the 8th we go for Tampa, holding on to a 14-6 lead. Dennis McCaffrey will lead off for the Spartans. Shepard in his second inning of relief. Actually only had a third of an inning in the 7th. One ball, no strikes to McCaffrey. His first at-bat in the game since coming in. If the Spartans bat around, Oscar Hernandez, the pitcher, will have to bat unless they pinch hit for him. But the Spartans gave up to DH when they moved Luke Fiker into pitch and moved Jake Turr from DH to third. Tap foul. And that's a move, in a game like this, no big deal, but that's a move you really have to contemplate if it's a close game, because you're giving up the DH and your pitcher has to bat. And a walk to McCaffrey. And it brings Luke Fiker to the plate. Because when Hernandez came in to pitch, Fiker went back to third, and Turr exited the lineup. Now, something happened. The umpire automatically put a ball up there. Maybe a pitch count violation. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball a little bit high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Man on first, no outs. And once again, he called another ball. I'm not sure. That was not pitch count, so I'm not sure what he's calling. See if we can get someone to weigh in on that. Ball high, ball 4. Jesse Ponce coming to the plate for Tampa. Now runners at first and second and no out. The word is they called the balls because the pitcher didn't give the batter enough time to get established in the box before he started the windup. Ponce to the plate. Big swing and a miss. 6th trip to the plate today. This will be he has in his first 5 a walk, so 4 official at-bats in this game. Look back at second, the pitch. Ponce looks at it, called strike. Tampa in this game hit it 14 for 35. They're hitting 400 in this game. St. Leo actually 10 of 31, 323, pretty good average. They've just given up more hits. They've also walked 10 Spartans. So that's kind of been their tough spot this week, and they gave up 13 walks last night, 9 in the first game today, and now 10 in this game. You give a team like Tampa free base runners, and they'll make you pay. Braden Woodburn now to the plate. 1 out, 2 on. Looks at a good pitch, and it's called a strike. Very much inside. Woodburn ducks his head down. It sails over his helmet. One and one. And again, the umpire calling another ball. I'm not catching these. But it's the third time they've called it this inning. 3-1 now, or no, that's ball 4. Will load the bases because of the called ball. So Woodburn to first. Bases loaded with McCaffrey, Fiker, Woodburn, and Jordan Evans to the plate. He had a base hit in the third with 2 RBI. He had a double in the 7th with an RBI. See what he does here in the 8th. First pitch, slow curve, called strike. That is hit deep but foul. Stays in the park, catches the netting, about 5 feet from leaving. Had he hit that one out, that would have been our 3rd grand slam of the day. We've had 1 in each game today. Ball outside. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes to Evans. The pitch outside. Ball 2, 2-2 now. Two on the way. Ball 3 low. Nowhere to put him, so he's got to throw a strike or pay the price. Three-two pitch. Hit into right field. I think it's curving foul. It is. Pretty far down the line, but foul up on the netting. So Evans will get another look. Shepard will have to throw another strike. 3-2 pitch. Ground ball. Gets through. That'll bring in 2. McCaffrey scores. Fiker scores. And runners at first and third. And that will be the ball game because it's a 10-run rule in the 7th inning. And Tampa takes a 16-6 lead. Second game of doubleheaders in the Sunshine State Conference. Mercy rule, if you get a 10-run lead. In the 7th, it's over. So Tampa wins it 16-6 and takes all 3 games of the weekend. 12-1 last night, 20-11, 20-12 earlier today, and 16-6 in the nightcap. So the Spartans now go to 3-0 in Sunshine State Conference play as St. Leo falls to 0-3. Spartans are going to be on the road for a little bit here as they are going to be at Valdosta State on Tuesday. They're going to travel over there. Then they're going to be at, Savannah State on Tuesday. Then they're going to be on the road for a Sunshine State Conference weekend at Lynn Friday and 2 games Saturday. Then on March 3rd, they're at Valdosta State. And then on the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they'll have 3 games against Georgia Southwestern on the road. Next home games for Tampa will be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, of March 13, 14, and 15 when Davenport of Michigan will show up. So Spartans now 11-0 on the year, 3-0 in the Sunshine State Conference. Embry-Riddle or St. Leo 0-3 in conference play, and 8-4, 8-5 now overall on the season. So thanks for joining us. It's Jack Ike saying we'll see you in a couple weeks. Spartans are going to hit the road. You've been watching right here on TampaSpartans.tv.